Hello. Oh, wow, what a start. Kenj, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raids. How was your stream? What were you guys up to today? Am I following you? Hang on a second. How am I not following you? Dudes. Okay, well that's fixed now. Guys. Okay, well if anyone doesn't know who I am, my name is Nathra. I'm an Irish content creator because I'm an Irish Hello, my name is Nathra. I'm an Irish content creator who does an awful lot of Skyblock. And today we're going to play on my Forever World. Literally just started stream. No raid message because I forgot. That's okay. Stream was good. What were you guys up to today? If anyone needs to go raid and run, please do go look after yourselves. We do believe in looking after yourselves and stuff like that after a stream, especially if it's been a long one. I don't know if it's been a long one or not. But anyway, good to see you. I missed Blood in the Clock Tower regularly. Because, well, I was away. Built an iron farm. New hardcore worlds. Ooh, traditional hardcore, just like normal hardcore. No other, no like Skyblock hardcore or anything like that, just normal hardcore. Nice. Yeah. I imported a iron farm in my, actually, yeah, that's it. I could show it. Yeah, so this is, ooh, I don't like, what? I'm getting an occasional lag happening at the moment here. Golden cards, iron trades, nice. Yeah, early on, early game stuff. I'm getting some strange lag in this world at the moment. I don't know what is causing it. It is okay. What could it be? Something to do with all these candles? Maybe. Maybe. I've placed a lot of candles in this world. There's 30,000 over there. But that's not even like 10,000. That's only like that's not even, that's maybe 2,000. It's not that many candles. Is that too many candles? But yeah, this is the iron farm that I have here. So this is one that Acorn and I designed in season 1 of Skyblock Kingdoms. So this is another style of iron farm. What is going on? I might have to, I wonder if it's Bobby. Bobby could, I know Bobby sometimes causes issues. Might need to reload the Bobby mobs. Toxic, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to do it. Speaking of hardcore, that actually is a... This world was originally hardcore, but I ended up... I liked doing it. I got to a point and then I died and I was like, okay, no, I'm not keeping this hardcore. They do look suspiciously lag-shaped, and that's also lag-shaped down there as well. 30,000. Maybe I should have let them all in one go. But yeah, this is... That tower there is kind of harkening over to another series that I followed. Never took part in, but I followed, called UHCG. So that's a project that's currently still in the works. That's where I plan to move my villager trading hall. This is my temporary villager trading hall that's going to be moved over there. But yeah, this is the Skyblock World that I've had for several years now. Do I have a happy cast I could just take out and... I'll use free cam. I'll do a bit of free cam. So this is my main base. I know. I don't know what it is. I think it's actually a Bobby mod issue. So sometimes I've found that Bobby mod, if you have an old world, it will actually start causing issues occasionally when it's loading and unloading chunks and stuff. So the cache needs, I just need to refresh it or delete the old cache of chunks. So this is the pyramid which houses all my stuff. That's the spider farm. That is, well, behind it is a drowned farm, and then in front of it is a what you call it, squid farm. So there's a squid farm there. That is a husk farm, and then off in the distance is just a whole bunch. It's a nice tray. There's a nice tray over there and stuff like that. Oh, I did think about how cool a happy gas would be for Skyblock. Happy gas are made for Skyblock. They are so good for Skyblock. I've but the majority of the time that I've had this world, we have not had happy gas. Hey kid, hey Luthers, hey kid, how's it going? Also, did I say hi, Fushy? Hello, Fushy. And oh, what? I was not expecting that. Please follow me. Hey, it's another Blood of the Clock Tower person. Hey, Nukery. Thank you. Guys, welcome in. Ken's just raided about... Was it even... It was barely 6 minutes ago. Ken's just raided, so we're getting Clock Tower raided tonight. How are you doing? Oh, well, I was at your stream for quite a bit of it. Did you have a good time? Because I'm worth it. I'll do it because you're worth it. I could do it because you're worth it. And let me just make sure that I am safe. I am safe. Into let me magnet for today. I know. What? I'm not going to say no. I'll never say no. And you know what? I'll just do my hair for you. Because you guys are worth it. It was good to see. It was almost like I love that you were giving a little world tour of your hardcore world. Speaking of which, Ken just built a iron farm and got his golden carts going on his hardcore world. I know, L'Oreal. I got my haircut. Actually, I've had my haircut since when did I get a cut? May. Back in May. I got my haircut back in May. So it is shorter than it was, but still shoulder length. It's now shoulder length. So it was about halfway down my back. But actually, I much like it. It's much nicer now. Here, let me move into the camera better. So yeah, it's much nicer now. Got all the frizzy bits out, and it's just it's just much nicer than it was. So, and it's much more even as well, because I didn't have my hair. I grew my hair out from like a short haircut, and that meant it was quite uneven for a long time. So now it's just, that looks pretty. It looks very pretty. Hardcore Minecraft and Blood in the Clock Tower enthusiasts everywhere you look. Absolutely. I'm not good enough to do hardcore. At least I play Skyblock, so yeah. You go look after yourself, Nuke. If anyone else needs to raid and run after Nuke's stream, please do go look after yourselves. But thanks for bringing your community over, Nuke. And everyone go follow Nukery. I know most of you probably are already. But if you are one of those few people who are not following him, shame. 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 I don't have his version of shame, but I can say it. I was just dying 2 seconds of hardcore. Yeah. I've tried it a few times. It's just not for me. And that's fine. I should be running to eat, but glad to get to see the world. Nice. Well, I think I've got a world tour. I think I do have a world tour possibly on my YouTube channel. If I don't, there will be someday. Someday. There's stuff that definitely needs to be changed. But anyway, you enjoy your dinner, and I'll catch you soon again, Kenj. Maybe for another game of BOTC. Okay, projects for today. Okay, so we've got a couple of things that we actually need to sort out, guys. So, oh God, that is very... The lag is bad. Okay, I actually might take a second to reload the game. Okay. I'm going to reload the game. I'm going to turn off Bobby mod and see if that actually changes anything. As that was... That has definitely... I know it's fixed things in the past for me, so I'm going to hope that that's it. There is also a small chance that the data pack... The Skyblock Kingdoms, sorry, the Skyblock Infinite data pack that we use for Skyblock might be causing some issues. I'm not 100% sure. Because I seem to remember seeing something in the logs about it. So we'll find out. Find out in a bit. So remember Trog was saying that one of the commands that they have to run for in-game does cause occasional issues. Okay, let's see. FPS. Still not great. MC has been lagging ever since updating to Chaos Cubed by playing a normal world with just shaders, and I'm so annoyed. I wonder if it could be Chaos Cubed. I haven't been playing an awful lot of Chaos Cubed until I moved on to until I've been playing on this world, because we didn't have Chaos Cubed in SBK. But we have it. I've been using it now for my single player worlds. Okay, FPS seems to be behaving a bit better. Okay, right, let's have a look and see what we're going to be working on today. So, I briefly mentioned this in my previous stream. So this here is my storage. It's a really, really good storage system, but it does have a limit, and that's because I made it this shape. I don't have any room to expand, and I literally have just got one slice left. Anyone who's been following the snapshots for Minecraft knows that there is a new wood coming to the game. That's fine. I've got space for one more wood type. I could just place it here. Something's there. So I could just put the last wood type here. However, there are also a whole bunch of other new blocks coming to the game because they've decided to give us slabs and stairs. Colorful slabs and stairs. And I don't have a chest for them. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of organizing or reorganizing to make space for those new blocks. So, one disadvantage, one difficulty with this storage is it's actually no. It's a good thing. Like you've got a limited type of amount of blocks that you can actually store in each strip, because you can only sort out a full double chest. Okay, so that's a pretty decent quantity of items. So we've got a double chest of items here, of our blocks and carpets. What I'm thinking is I'm going to take out the carpets and we're going to put in the brand new stairs and slabs into this chest here. So we'll have stairs and slabs in this chest here. And then we're going to have to place the carpets somewhere else. I don't have the same look. Actually, what I could do is I could take out the concrete powder from this chest. Okay, yeah. I think what I'm going to do in this chest is I'm going to replace the concrete powder with stairs. I'm going to put the slabs down here. So this chest will be just concrete, not concrete powder. So that means we're going to need to find a place to place our concrete powder and our blue carpet. Okay. Ideally, it would be to maybe move this chest here. So if I moved the lights to another location. We've only got amethyst in here. Amethyst is not a huge storage issue. It doesn't actually need a huge area. Concrete powder with sand and gravel. That could work, actually. Let me see. Where's my sand and gravel chest? Okay, I think I've got... You know what? Actually, I might just move it all into the gravel. Because I think I've sand obviously I put into the sandstone chest. Oh, I'm very generous. But sand and red sand, I've got separate chests. That's a really easy one. Okay, right. So we can move our... That's what we can do there. Okay, well, I'm going to come back and do this sorting out later. Because first of all, we're going to go place some candles. Because I am way behind on candle duty. At this stage, I need to place nearly 1,000 purple candles to catch up on the 1,000 followers that nearly 1,000 followers that have followed me on Twitch since I stopped placing candles. And the carpets with the moss, so all the carpets are in the same place. You genius. That is genius. I think I put all the... Yeah. It's a good solution for a little problem like that. And then I just have to hope that we don't get a whole bunch of new blocks. Oh, Luther's, I think you've just fixed my problems. I was gonna spend ages thinking about this, and it's like, oh, actually, you're right. And the great thing is, I can make those changes today. I'll need to grab a whole bunch of shears, but I'll be able to make those changes today. One thing I want to just check. So, yes, this is, yeah, there's plenty of room in there for carpet. Had a brain think there, and I've forgotten what I was going to think about. Okay, well, never mind. Well, it'll come back to me. Absolutely not. I don't like content is today is a chill day. Today is very much just a chill day. We're going to be placing blocks and stuff. Yeah. Who's been watching Pantheon? Who has been watching Pantheon, and what perspectives have people been watching? Okay, so even without Bobby, we get a good view of the world. Okay, so what we want to do is I'm going to... I think the best thing to do is to do one side first, do half the candles on one side, and then do the other half on the other side. Okay, so let me see. Because we've got 14, which means I need to have 7 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we do the bottom, everything at the bottom down here. I'm watching, but I'm still in episode 1 because I'm watching all the POVs. Luffy, if you've got the time to do that. Luther's, what perspectives have you been... What POVs have you managed to get through already then, Luffy? It's like there's 12 POVs. That's a lot of... And some of them are like over an hour long. I've just been watching 2 POVs. I've been watching Legundo's and Zombie Cleo's. So, yeah. Those are the only 2 that I've been watching. I have been kind of drawn to a couple of others. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind watching them either, but it's a lot. I think I started watching a little bit of Pearl's episode 1. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, it's fine. I don't need to... I might get around to watching all of them eventually. But you don't have to... We don't have to do everything. We don't have to do everything. Okay. Oh, I have my Happy Ghast. Right, let's do Happy Ghast to help out for a moment. Much more patience than me, lol. Plus, I don't know who else to watch. I've only kept up with Legs. Legs is a good perspective. Actually, I love that Legs has done a full, fleshed out, engaging character this time. Okay, the Doctor was he does do fleshed out characters. That's one thing that like Legs does do very well. But what I mean by fleshed out character this time is I feel like it's very much like a lot of he's got that accent, he's got that little bit of person, he's got a clear personality that he's acting out. I would say it's probably a fairly obvious, like a fairly strong character to be able to pull off. It's like it's so big and bombastic and Zeus-like. Oh, sorry, guys. Spoilers. If you haven't watched Pantheon, spoilers. One comment someone made was that everyone has their preferred character type. Leg spins a wheel. Yeah, he does a bit. I think Legs is one of those guys who will happily try out many different character types if he whatever gets thrown his way. Um but he's been doing a great job with Mikos, or is it Mikos or Nikos? Mikos, I think. I love that he's like full on embrace the Greek as well. Like it's like a prop. He's got a little bit of that accent that you kind of expect someone to play with, is playing a Greek character or something like that. Nikos, yes, it's a lot of fun. I love it, and he's got a great POV as well, and by I mean point of view, which is like enjoy life. We are alive again. So we may have to kill each other eventually, but why not enjoy the life that we have? Cleo's the other perspective I've been following, and I find that she's got a fascinating perspective as well. Is anyone in chat? Well, I suppose there's a couple of people in chat like Luffy who have not watched episode 2 yet, so I suppose we go light on the spoilers. I'd say let's avoid talking about who got in the arena. And and that kind of stuff. That's probably the best thing to do when it comes to episode 2. So let's not talk about the arena in episode 2. There's probably a couple of things that are probably fine to talk about in episode 2. It was interesting to see how some of the characters decided to approach. They clearly were like, episode 2, next stage in character development. That has been. Everyone is very much like, okay, stage 1 is over. We've had our first initial introduction. Now everyone has to learn from their mistakes. That is what I feel like has happened a little bit with episode 2. Okay, so I can say that interaction with Appo in episode 2 was intense, and I loved it. Is that the one that where Appo said nothing, or there was a couple? No, sorry, there was a interaction with Legs and Appo as well. I think so. Yeah. Have I finished? I think I'm pretty sure I finished Legs' POV for episode 2. Maybe I didn't. I know I finished Cleo's. So. Oh, Legs got worked up. Maybe I didn't actually finish that POV yet. Okay, well I will catch up on this if I haven't. Let me check. Actually, I can easily check. YouTube. I thought I finished it. Oh, I didn't. No, I thought okay. I've only got about 26 minutes into it. Okay, well that's fine. I'll finish it up at some point. I think I got the thing is today we had Glam the Glam channel go live as well. I have added all the episodes to my playlist, and their titles have spoilers, which is pretty standard. Even in Vampires SB, some of the titles have spoilers. Oh yeah, like it's not good. Like the thing is, like we don't need to completely spoil it, but like be spoilerish and say, oh, we can't talk about it at all. But like the thing is, like part of it, I think that's one of the amazing things about when you watch Vampires, or when you watch when you watch when you're watching pantheon. You see a lot of stuff in one perspective, and it covers most of the story. But if you decide that you have the time to go and watch a bunch of the other perspectives, it expands like the story in many ways. There's a lot of repetition. But that is okay because it means that you're watching the different journeys that the different characters are going through, even if you do know where the story is ending up. Which, in my opinion, is the important part of a story. Too many. I think it's interesting how I know people who read the last page of a book before they will read the rest of the book just to see how the ending is. And it's an interesting way to approach reading or reading a story. But it's and it's perfectly fine to do that. So you know where the end is. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't spoil the rest of the story. It allows you to then read and learn how the journey goes. How did they get here? How has it been told? And how do you experience it? The journey rather than the destination. It's good to know the destination, but sometimes it's okay to know the destination even before you've experienced the journey. I saw that with watching Owen's POV Art of Vampires finale, and so many interactions clicked after constantly wondering why someone did what they did. Yeah. Owen is probably... Owen is one of those... is a creator who really is, like, as a character developer, like, he does stuff which is very much like it will drive a story in one way or another. That is what I've seen. That's what I've noticed about Owen's POVs, is he will absolutely own the character is developed, whether it's a villainous character or whether it is a good character, or, well, it's just like a well-rounded character. Like, he really puts a huge amount of effort into the characters he's playing, and that really means that, like, whatever he does can massively impact how the rest of the story goes. And it's not like it's necessarily scripted, but it's just like the stuff that he brings to the story, and keep doing that, is often just very transformative for what's going to happen. That's why part of the title spoilers aren't a big deal. They only give away one thing, but not the journey of that thing. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It is about seeing how the story unfolds and how it got to where it is. It's like, I suppose that kind of like that's the magic of a thumbnail and a title. The packaging of a story, of a video, is that is important. It can still spoil quite a few big things in it, but it's just about drawing in to bring you into the main story that you are going to be treated to when you get round to it. Okay, I think I'm gonna pop off about here, I think. Nope. Dudes. Candle parkour. Not my best, but interesting enough, not my worst either. I think I'm... okay. Let's see. That layer is done. But I might actually run out of places to place candles in each row eventually. But I've just realized I've got glass panes along every row here, so I should just be able to complete each row as I go, like this. Anyone got a favorite character so far in Pantheon? Would this not be easier in the daylight, lol? Maybe. Can still see the glass pretty well. I'm gonna actually tie up my hair because it's warm. Oh. The long hair will be nice during the colder months of the year. Warmer months of the year. It is. It reminds you that it is warm. Whee! Jamie loves Scott and Abolish, even as likes Watcher. I'm so tempted to start one of their POVs. Scott's always like a fun one to do. I feel like Scott has probably done a bit of the character that he's playing this time. I think kind of suits him a little bit better, I think, than the vampires one. He suits his character each time. But when he was playing in vampires, it definitely felt more like he was playing himself mostly. And being very light on character. I haven't watched his POV, but just like whenever I see an interaction with Scott, this time, it definitely feels like he's got more of the like, it got a bit more of a stronger POV of a character. I did enjoy his moments where he made a comment to Cleo. He said he didn't think he could pull off the horns look. And I was like, dude. It's because he had a horns look in Skyblock Kingdoms Season 2. It looked fantastic. So yeah, that was hilarious. And then of course he tells Cleo his full name in character, and then Cleo turns around, wow, dang, that's a long name. And for those who do not know, that is the name of Scott's YouTube channel. So very punny indeed. Insert that one Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Yep. Yeah. Also, the other thing that went live today is Glam. So I'm not sure how many people here have been following the Blood in the Clock Tower, watch Blood in the Clock Tower and stuff. So Nuke did a huge amount of Blood in the Clock Tower in his subathon, and I played a lot of those games. I had an absolute blast playing those games. And actually, I think I could say it, but last night I actually played an offline, like an unstreamed, unvideoed game of Blood in the Clock Tower with friends, aka Skyblockers. So a whole bunch of people from Skyblock Kingdoms were just hanging out and playing Blood in the Clock Tower last night, and it was a lot of fun. Especially considering there was a few people there who had never played Blood in the Clock Tower before. And Nuke did a custom script, so it wasn't even the beginner script for those who had never played before. It would have been an intermediate script, I would say. But yeah, I don't think I don't think it's going to be published. Pretty sure. If it does get published, it won't be anytime soon. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Can I talk? I don't know if I could talk. I don't know if I'd say. I can't. I don't want to give the script away because of custom script and it is Nuke script. So, if he's public about it, he can be. Then I'd happily talk about it and the results, because I was very happy with the results. Very proud of that game actually. Which probably indicates how well I did. Yeah, so then there's I saw anyway, I started watching the first episode of Blood in the Clock Tower on the Glam channel. So this is a channel that has been created by Legundo, Gracie, Abolish, and Mazes. Mazes. No, I fell down. Help me get back up. Oh, you're being like that, are you? Oh, I'll pillar up. It's fine. It's fine. You're not going to help me. Oh. Yes. Okay. So yeah, so the Glam has just started publishing their first videos on their channel this week, and I believe they're planning on publishing every day this week. So there's going to be a whole bunch of Blood in the Clock Tower and maybe other games, because I think the plan is that it's a tabletop game style channel, so there will be other games as well played in it. And they are going to be, yeah, Blood in the Clock Tower is the ones that I'm probably most interested in, because that's the one I've been playing a bit myself. Actually, I was watching the charity stream yesterday. So Nukery was storytelling, but it was for the charity stream being run by Shine Brighter. So Shine Brighter is run by Dandalia. And Leah does a lot of charity streams. Thanks so much for the hydrate, Tazzy. Everyone hydrate. So yeah. And a stretch as well. We go this side and this side. Ooh, and loosen up those shoulders. Yeah, so there was a charity stream yesterday. How was Australia? Ooh, I'll fill in Australia in a second. So yeah, so charity, I just briefly mentioned about the charity stream, and then we can chat about that again later. So yeah, the charity stream was, I can't remember exactly what it was raising. I think it was raising money for animal shelters in the UK. And a whole bunch of creators were playing Blood in the Clock Tower together. So I was watching that. It was the first time I had actually sat down and been able to watch a play of Blood in the Clock Tower, which I'm not actually part of. And it was so fun to watch. So fun to watch. And Nuke did an amazing job as storyteller. Okay, Australia. Okay, so my trip to Australia was over about 2 weeks. Well, actually, technically less than 2 weeks, because I was in Singapore for a few days as well. So a few weeks ago, I was flying out with my dad. We were traveling together. We were doing the holiday together. So we traveled to Singapore for a couple of days. We did a nice walk around the Botanic Gardens. The Botanic Gardens there are beautiful and also huge. huge orchid garden. Like orchids are huge there in that place. So yeah, we then went checked out the botanical gardens. Did a bus tour of the city. So got a good little lowdown on like the history and stuff like that a little bit. We found a science museum there. The science museum is fascinating. So yeah. Oh no, this is not the this is in Singapore. Oh, whoops. So yeah, so Singapore was our first stop. Yeah, so we ended up going to so we were in Singapore for a few days, and yeah, just beautiful city. Lots of really cool things to check out. Didn't even get fraction of the things that you could probably get done in Singapore. So we had 2 days there. It was 2 days. Yeah, and then we flew to Brisbane. So Brisbane, ooh, perfect timing. Brisbane, we had 1 day in Brisbane, and we ended up taking we weren't quite sure what to do with Brisbane. Brisbane is very much like a city that's not too far from the coast, and you just go to like beach stuff or whatever. So like we ended up finding one of these tours, which is a boat tour. So we took a boat tour, which kind of like then it goes up and down the river, and we got to see some of the nice sights of the city. Learned a bit about the history of it, like how where that it is about 100 and something years old. Like it was founded in the 19th century. How people the colonizers found the area. Okay, I still got a ton of candles to place on this side. And I have run out of space. So I may have to start just placing candles down. Let me see, is there any rows here where I have missed a pane? Kind of crazy with how much glass there actually is here. So yeah, so you live north of Brisbane. Love going on the ferries up and down the river. Brisbane's huge. I didn't realize that Brisbane is possibly the largest city in Australia by area. So it fills up a huge amount of area, and you've got the river just like it flows through it all. So yeah, we had there, and then we were going myself and my so we were myself and my dad, we were going to explore family history in Australia because I've got family connection going back to the 19th century in Australia. All of it Irish Australian, but basically it's yeah. So we were exploring my great grandfather's history mostly because he lived and worked in Queensland for the second half of his life. So we went to find the first little town where he worked in Australia. Before he worked in Australia, he worked in Solomon Islands, but he moved from Solomon Islands to Queensland, and he worked in a small little town called Wondai, which is about 3 hours drive from Brisbane. So we drove up to the town, and we went into the little local historical society museum, and we had a good chat with the little museum curator that's there. I'm just gonna do free cam just to see if I spot any missing panes of glass. Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do now is I'm gonna have to just start spreading glass, spreading more these guys just out on the thing here and just fill it all up. So yeah, we went up, found out a little bit of information about that little town, possibly the surgery where my grandfather would have worked, which is interesting to be able to say that we were able to find that little surgery. Yeah. Anyway, so after we've explored that little area there, we were flying up to Early Beach. So my aunt lives in Perth, Australia. So obviously that's Western Australia, the other side. So she was coming over, and she had booked an apartment and stuff up in Early Beach, yeah, with Sunday. So we went up there and we stayed with them for the week. We did a bit more family history exploration as well. So we found out where my grandfather was buried, or where his unmarked grave is, anyway, at least. I'm not going to go into the town and talk about the towns where he worked there, because technically that could dox me, because that would then actually name who he is. So yeah, I'm not going to name the other little towns that we explored, because we actually did go out to a couple of other tiny little towns. Oh, you're here. Do you have anything use? Small drip leaf. Small drip leaf. Small drip leaf. Okay, let's place you there. We need to go get some... Might go get some blue orchids as well, maybe. But small drip leaf is the important one. So yeah, we did actually... Like, the cool thing is, we went to one little town, and we mentioned my grandfather's name, and the guy who was at the information office in the town, like, our village really, it was tiny. He was like, oh yeah, I know that. We know about that guy. Which is kind of crazy. Say that, like, we just mention the name of a person, and then they're able to say, oh, we know that person. We know of that person. They came and lived and worked in our town, and yeah. So that was kind of crazy. To be able to have that experience. This is the only way I can get small drip leaf in this game, I think. I don't know if there's a recipe for it in this data pack. Monday stream! Boom, Monday, because weekend too short. Good to see you, Miss Maury. How are you doing? Yeah, so that's kind of like... We did that. We also did a bit of exploring around Early Beach as well, and we took a boat out to Whitehaven Beach, which is in the Whitsunday Islands. Beautiful beach. I think I did share a picture of it in my Discord, in the Pics channel. But, yeah, that was it's gorgeous. Is there a release date for Popular yet? No. But I want to... Currently, at the moment, my storage is not primed for all the new blocks. So I don't... Because the problem is I've only got room for one more new thing, a new category. So that category... This load of chests here is going to become the Popular chest. But I need to figure out how to sort out cushions and all these items into my storage system. Jasmine, GG's on the 70 stream streak. Woo-wee. That is a big streak there. Living like a European for the last week. A lot of my AC is acting up, so we've been making do with fans. Oh. At this stage, the Europeans are all chasing after AC. I'm pretty sure AC sales across Europe have skyrocketed this summer. Yeah, I forgot about cushions too. I might just, I'm going to see if I might actually just make a specific chest for cushions and carpets. So anyway, we'll go back over. We'll figure that out when we go back over to our storage. Or maybe I'll put the cushions in with the candles. Cushions and candles? They could go well together. Yeah? Because we all know that cushions and candles are supposed to be together. Flammable? Of course! Everyone puts their... It's like the But like, you sit on a cushion and then you've got a candle which everyone just gathers around. Everyone's in the cushions around the candles, and it's just like item frames. Yeah, I think that entity chest box is pretty full already. So I don't think I've got room at the entity chest box. It's the peaceful meditation category. Yes! Miss Mori knows what we're talking about. Yeah. So I think that covers most of my stuff for my trip to Australia. So we also flew via Perth as well. So on our before going home, we took a couple of days in Perth so that we could check in and catch up with family there, because majority of my family live in Perth. The ones that are in Australia. I think there's literally only one cousin who's not in Perth. Yeah, there's just one cousin who's not in Perth. Can you put the flint and steel in your offhand? I don't think so. It won't work. You have to do it in the on hand. Okay. How do I feel about the candles just like starting to spread out this way? I think it's an incentive for me to get back to uploading YouTube videos. That's what it is. That's what this is. It's like, you need to get back to doing your YouTube videos so people will be interested in your YouTube channel a bit more. Oh well. Soon. You know, I'll get a video out this weekend because I need to do the tutorial video for Skyblock Kingdoms that we started work on stream there on the weekend. I'm slowly going to watch the SBK Season 2 POV, so maybe I'll watch yours soon. Yee! Well, enjoy it when you do get around to watching it. Some of the POVs are pretty short. Like, some people have only got a couple of videos. I think I got... How many did I get in the end? Did I get 18 or 20? I think I got close to 20. I got close to 20-ish videos in Season 2. Season 1 I did do 20, I think. I wonder how many I'm going to get out this season. Because I'm not going to pretend that the reason there is like Season 2, I would have gotten more videos out. I genuinely would have gotten more videos made if certain vibes hadn't started popping up on the server. So I think everyone is familiar with the fact that Season 2 there were issues. But yeah, those issues definitely affected my how should I put it? Just like intentions to because I had intentions of putting out more videos. It's just didn't have the wasn't motivation. It was motivation. Like the motivation was hit. Like from about January onwards. Because like I could easily say that I start like going from like I could easily say that it was work. And it was work. The work was part of it. I had a busy work period. I had a busy work period after Christmas. But I also had a busy work period before Christmas as well. I went and rewatched the Twitch Con VOD with some added context, and boy. Oh, is that the one of the panel, Tezzy? The SBK panel. Yeah. Yeah. True. I don't think I'll ever watch it. I am very glad what it has done for SBK. The panel did have positive elements to it as well. So I will. That's. I'm glad that there is positives that can be taken out of things. But at the same time, yeah. Anyway, I will very, very sensibly move away from that topic because there's some things that just need to be not gone into unless absolutely necessary. So yeah, that was mea culpa there. I brought that up. Okay, right. Let's see. How are any glass panes here missing? There are a couple. Great. So we'll try and fill those in first. Oh, there's a lot actually. Okay, can I just get on here and will I be able to just... Oh, the gas is in the way. There we go. Off you go, mister. I haven't named you, actually. Okay. Can I get up higher? Because this one looks higher. I listened to it before everything went down, but only recently watched it back and paid close attention to body language of a few people. Boy, I was low-key giggling and disgusted. Yep. Oh, do you know what I found out? Hazzy. Thank you so much for the resubscription. Thank you so much. Oh, you got an ad in the middle of that? Well, thank you so much. And actually, I'll enjoy your ad-free viewing and enjoy your channel emotes. And yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Okay, can I make this jump? That was not a jump. That was a fly. Okay. I should be able to reach these ones here. Also, I'll be wearing the hat made me cringe because I was brought up with my elders telling me no hat inside. Oh, really? Well, actually, yeah, that is a thing, yeah. I think in a convention it is different. Like big open rooms. You don't really think about hats insides there. Maybe it's smaller rooms, yeah. On stage, the horror. Actually, interesting the conventions when it comes down to wearing headwear. like hats and stuff. Like when can you and when you can't. It's fascinating. So, particularly men are expected to take their hats off indoors. I really am flubbing my jumps there. So it's interesting how men are expected to take their hats off indoors, but often, depending, it's expected sometimes that women are not supposed to take their hats off indoors, depending on the circumstances. Some circumstances they are, but other circumstances they aren't. I've told him I wanted to reach through the screen and pull it off. And he probably told you what he felt about it. And it's like, huh, you couldn't. Huh. Because that is Elfie. I had a great... Actually, do you know, I had a really good walk and chat with Elfie in Amsterdam. So, yeah, we had... We were... Most of us were traveling on the... No, actually, only a couple of us were traveling on the... No, I think most of us were traveling on the Wednesday. Yeah, because on the Wednesday after TwitchCon, that's when most of us are going home. Hey, kids. Thank you. Most of us are going home on the Wednesday after TwitchCon. So Acorn and Nuke, they were flying off early in the morning. So we waved goodbye to them first thing in the morning. And I mean, first thing in the morning. But Alfie, myself, and Leon were traveling out later in the afternoon. So Leon went to find himself a dance machine. And then Alfie and I just went, we got the train up to Amsterdam, and we had a good old walk around Amsterdam and good old chats and everything. It was great. It was good. It was a good time. The only good thing about cold winter is the fact that my child, a cat, is now willing to share the bed and cuddle with me. Yee, kitty. Yes. Our furry friends. Oh, can I reach you? If I get in those hard to reach places. Like that bit in the back that I can never scratch myself. Legend of Korra reference. Oh, has anyone watched the new... It's Avatar Aang movie? I think it's called. Has anyone watched that? I'm not 100% sure how I necessarily feel about it. I think it's good. It's good. It's not... It's definitely better than all the live action stuff that's been coming out. So I think that is a nice... It's been nice. It's been a nice change from all the stuff that's been kind of like mediocre coming out of the Avatar universe. Alfie did in fact just laugh at me because he was like, it was a face reveal. And I was like, but dude, you couldn't just see half your face from the lightning. He laughed at me. Oh, that's Alfie for you. Okay. So this is where there's a lot more panes of glass, so I need to... It's a little bit harder to actually see where they all are. There we go. Okay. Need to pay more attention. Absolutely. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, I think I've got... I think I've got that row. Let's go back into this row then. Cascade! It is a lot of candles. But it's less than 2,000 or ish. Well, maybe about 3,000 ish. It's not that bad. Actually, probably the item frames are causing more issues than anything else. I need to go back in and look over the item frame stuff in here anyway. Is there a specific channel for our fur babies in Discord, or is Pix good? Pix is great. Yeah, don't have a fur babies channel yet. Yeah. Oh, by the way, has everyone opted out the AI stuff on Twitch yet? So, just this is a nice little PSA. For those who do not know, Twitch has now added an AI training program to the platform. And it will train on everything your account does. Whether you're just a viewer or a streamer. So it's not just from the creator's perspective, it's also from the viewer's perspective as well. So if you didn't know, it is a thing. It's been added to the platform, but you have got the option to opt out. So if you want to opt out, you go into your settings, you go into your privacy settings, you scroll down, and you can easily opt out of the AI. Do keep in mind that, like, as soon as you have updated, once you've agreed to the latest terms and conditions on Twitch, from literally right at that moment, they can use your account for AI training. So it's important, once you've agreed to the T's and C's, that you then go in and turn off that setting if you wish to turn it off. So that is something to be aware of. It will train off everything that you say in chat, whatever channel you're on. So those are things just to be aware of. I personally have got it turned off. Oh, I meant to add a tag so people know. Actually, let's do that now while I think about it. Edit stream, and I can add a tag. What was it? No AI? Or AI off. What was the tag again? AI opt. AI opted out. I'll do that tag then. That's a good one. Great. Okay, I have added that to my channel so people know that I have opted out of it. Obviously, that's not going to stop people who've got it opted in coming into my chat and chatting. But at least people know that if they don't want to watch a creator who is... If they want to watch a creator who is opted out of... opted their channel out of AI training, they know that I have got it turned off. So, yeah. So it's a handy thing to do if you're not interested in having your social media on Twitch used to train the bots. Your ADHD is too severe today? No worries, Cass. I will catch you soon. Thanks for popping by. We'll see you soon. Have a look at the rest of the day. See, this is the point where me and as a non-streamer would just count up exactly what I needed, craft them, then go into creative mode, place that many, and delete them from my inventory. You've got options. Oh, that's just spotted one I missed over there. I've been a streamer. I opted out as soon as I knew about it. That's the important thing, though. It's not just streamers that need to consider it. If you're just a viewer on Twitch, it does affect you. So, yeah, if you're just a viewer on Twitch, it will affect. They will use your account to train AI and what you say in chat and what you watch and stuff like that to train AI. So that's something important. Ooh, we got purple ears. Thanks, Jasmine. Oh, let's grab the purple ears. Oh, there we go. Just think it's showing up as purple, isn't it? It is showing up as purple. It's just because it's a light purple. It's very doesn't. It's a desaturated purple. Okay. Let's see. Yes, there are a couple of pieces to get there. Ow. Let's do this row. Eee. Okay. Jump up here. Oh, there's a couple over here. Okay. The baby has been shared in Discord. Let me check. If anyone wants to check it out, go check out my Discord. The kitty is there. Oh, he keeps you warm. He keeps you warm. Yeah. The kitties keep us warm. I have said it before. The only way I'd ever get a cat is if I had a partner with a cat. Lovely and all as cats are, I am not a person who would have a cat as their first choice. I would get a dog. Just I do not think where I will be moving would be very practical for a dog. Not to mention, I'm not sure I would have the time management for a dog right now. So, because a dog would be left often on their own for while I am working and stuff, and I don't want to do that. Cat ears. Oh, well, of course cat ears, because I cat make on. Although the cat wears a dog costume or something. As I said, the only way I would get a cat would be if I ended up with a partner with a cat. I would not say no to a partner with a cat. That's perfectly fine. But I would not be going out of my way to get myself a cat. That's why cats are perfect. We love being left on their own. That is true. That is true. Cats are better at being left on their own than dogs. I think I've just always seen myself as a bit more of a dog person than a cat person, maybe. That's it. That's probably it. I'm like that with Alfredo sauce. If my partner wants it, I'll eat it, but if it's not something I'd choose on my own. These are the joys of having a partner, I suppose, is that you get to experience things that you wouldn't otherwise experience. And that is awesome. You also get to experience things that you probably don't want to experience at all. That is also the sacrifice of having a partner. That is also part of having a partner as well. Spread the cat propaganda. Mobile type building is killing me right now. You've got to spread the propaganda though. The propaganda? No, that's not great. Can I do it? Propagando. 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 I'm trying to make it sound Italian. Propaganda. Propagando. I have seen Viking's new child. He's adorable. And I heard the good news that the two kitties seem to be getting on well with each other. They're not killing each other. So I think there was a little bit of introduction yesterday between Oliver and Walter. Or was it yesterday? I know that there was a bit of it going on yesterday. So they are very happy with how the two boys seem to be treating each other at the moment. Which is amazing news. But yeah, he's adorable. So someday I will not be disliking the idea of going to America, and I will go visit my friends and I will go meet their cats. I say I'm not a cat person, but I will. I would basically travel at some point to visit Viking, purely to meet his cats. Oh, and maybe go talk books with the girl. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll be something. I also don't want to visit America. Too scary. And look, the thing is, look at me. I'm white, I'm male, I'm Irish. I probably don't have any worries about going to visit America. Honestly. Like there's no reason for me to dislike like I would have very little issues personally going to the US. Most likely. But there's also just like principle. I think at the moment where I'm just like, I know a lot of friends would have difficulties going to the US because of... Did I miss a candle? I did miss a candle. Thank you, Tez. But yeah, I have friends who would have difficulties going to the US because of gender, ethnicity, and things like that. So I will stand in solidarity with them until the situation is improved. So yeah. I don't want to visit America either. Problem, I live here. True. Yeah. It'll look. These things go through phases, and eventually this phase will end, and a new phase will begin, and things will be better. Hopefully, that's the hope. Is that they'll be better. That's life. It doesn't always have to be sunshine and roses. It does suck a little bit, but that's also that happens. I'm not straight. I don't identify as a female. I have too many health issues to even be comfortable going there. Yeah, don't go to America if you've got health issues and have not got a health plan that can help out. That is important. I know people, like, for example, my uncle is disabled and he is got great coverage in the EU. So travel within the EU, doable. Travel outside of the EU, and yeah, it's just not really, it's not safe for him because like if his disability comes at him, the healthcare he just won't be covered. He won't be covered the same way he would be in the EU. So okay, I did not know that that was a thing. Yes, Viking is the fiance. The girl is fiance. Oh yeah, fiance and fiance. It is a different spelling. So yeah, in French you have to. So and actually that's in English as well because a fiance is used in English. So yeah, so you have to do that extra e if they're female. Of course, I don't know what the story is when it comes to those identify as neither, but then again, that's also a tricky thing when it comes to Romance languages anyway, since Romance languages have only got two genders when it comes to words. So yeah, not sure how they deal with how does one do how like how do they do do non-binary in French, in Spanish? Gendered languages are make things tricky sometimes. Even I think even in German, which has got a neuter, I don't know if the neuter is used at all for non-binary. Actually, come to think of it, how do we do it in Irish? In Irish, it's not as big a deal because gendered words don't necessarily tie in with yeah, gendered words don't necessarily tie in with the gender of so there's only two genders in the Irish language, as in like, but that is grammatical, not basically saying that, oh well, this thing is female, this thing is male, because a lot of the words are gendered due to the word shape itself. So like the ending will often dictate what the gender is. So things like that. I think that happens in other languages as well. So in Afrikaans, we have gender neutral term. We don't have fiancé, fiancée. It's just verliefde. I actually don't know what if we have we use a word for fiancé in Irish. Or I can't think of one. There might well be one. In French at least, and this is from my experience using language in the 90s, singular they and he are the same word. Ah, okay, so they probably use the masculine then. Okay, did I miss any? That looks full. Okay, we've got a ton of candles left to use. Let's fill these in. I'm guessing I have those there for a reason. Genders and language are stupid. Depends on how it's used. I think. So I think it. Gender is like gender for nouns and stuff. It does come from somewhere. And it's a bit less about like he and she, and more about just like how you deal with things grammatically. So I say that because like in Irish, the gender of a word is often just dictated by the spelling or the sounds that are associated with that word. So like, so I'll give you a very good example. This is one that I always think of. 4 words which are very, very gendered in ideology. Man is far. So to say, you translate man, it becomes far. Masculine. Woman is ban. So that is feminine. Boy is buchu. That is masculine. Colleen, sorry, girl becomes Colleen. But because Colleen ends with an ing sound, it's also masculine. So of the of the 4 words that are very, very common to describe man, woman, boy, girl, 3 of them are masculine, and 1 of them is describing a feminine noun. But the noun's grammar means that when you use that Colleen, the word for girl, is a masculine word because of grammar. It's all about grammar. Trying to remember the gender of every inanimate object in French is hard. Yes. I've been doing German for just like keeping German up on Duolingo a little bit for a long time now. And the thing that I always struggle with is gender. German's probably not the hardest one in that there are clues often in the word as to what the gender of the word is. So, because of the sounds. Hey Jada, how's it going? Learning about gendered language is so weird to someone whose 2 main languages don't have anything similar to it. Yeah. Well, I think there is a light bit of gender in Dutch, but it's very light. It's because you've got the de and the het, and they are used by certain words in Dutch, but I don't know if that is used in Afrikaans though. It's the old gender in English is long gone at this stage. Like there's very little gendered language at all in English now. Probably most you'd get would be referring to a ship as a she. Oh, do you know what? I'm so I think I've talked about this before already. So I am going to be moving soon. I have bought a new place. Very excited. Cabbage rolls. Nice. Which is it? So yeah, I'm going to be moving soon. Very excited. Not sure when, but I have to go out to my lawyers this week, and hopefully it'll be a case that contracts will be finalized, and it'll be a case of like, okay, sorting out, getting the moving day sorted, and I just want to move already. New stream background soon. Yeah, probably in the next couple of weeks. And I will say it probably will be a work in progress because can't do it all in one go. But I do know that the nice thing is, so it was my birthday last weekend, and the great thing is I got a load of got quite a bit of stuff that's just going to be great for the house. Moving before season 3 is wild. Yes. Yes. And that is my hope, that I will be all settled in and moved in before season 3 starts. So, because like it's already been all summer. I'm like, come on. But the problem is what happens here in Ireland is it takes a bit of time. You have to, the lawyers, both parties, so the seller and the buyer, have to, they work through their lawyers, And then the lawyers spend a whole bunch of time like making sure they got all documents sorted, making sure that all the information about the property that's been bought is correct, and that all the stuff that's been said about the property is correct. And this takes a bit of time. And it turns out that during the summer, the issue is that a lot of lawyers like to take their summer holidays, or they have to take extra time off because maybe they got family. And kid in Ireland, especially if you've got young families, that means kids are off school for all of June and July. Sorry, all of July and August. So, yeah. So it means that the lawyers' offices tend to be a little bit slower during the summer. So yeah, speaking of season 3 of SBK, who are the 3 people you'd love to partner with if possible? Me, myself, and I. No. Okay. Who would I love to partner with? That's a tough question because like they're all my friends and I would love to partner with all of them. Obviously I know who I'm partnered with for season 3. I know that. Okay, let me think. Who would I love to be partnered with? I would say obviously I've already partnered with Acorn and Fool. So I'm going to take them off the list because I've already partnered with them. First person that comes to mind, Ruby. Be nice to partner with someone in my time zone. So Ruby would be a good, and also just Ruby's great at storytelling and stuff. Hey, Chaos, how's it going? I hope you enjoyed your sleep. I am answering a nice question about potential partners. Yourself and you sounds like how Alfie ended up season 1, season 2. You, yourself, and you sounds how like Alfie ended up in season 1 and season 2. So Ruby, Nuke. Nuke is just a, yeah. I would partner with Nuke. And a third person. I could be cheeky and just name all the Europeans. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Chaos. Now, let me have a serious think. I could do... come on, brain. Pick someone, pick someone. I'm being serious. That's why I said Nuke and Ruby. I would happily I'd happy part with any of them. Leon as well. I'll go with Leon. There's 3 names. Funny thing about you giving us 3 names is they could be your partner or they might not be. So it'd be interesting to see season 3. They could well be my partner. They could well be my partner. Yep. But I have to make it look. I have to make it look as if like, oh yeah, it's a really difficult choice to choose my partner that I've already picked and been making plans with for a while now. That's the joys of like the thing is we've been planning for season 3 of Skyblock Kingdoms for a little while now. So yeah, have you guys decided on 3 types for season 3? Yes. A lot of the planning, a lot of the basic planning has been put in place for season 3. So yeah, there is a reason why I did that stream on the weekend where I was talking about how to create a Skyblock Kingdom style world, because I have been helping with building the Skyblock Kingdom style world for Season 3. It's not finalized yet, but I have the technique ready to go. Look forward to finding out who your partner is going to be. The anticipation is nail-biting. There is a mental red string board in her head. I think I've got all the candles down. Okay, well, let's take a step back and see how... I was going to fly on you. Don't go up, don't go up, don't go... Okay, that is a lot of purple. Okay, let me see if I'm actually... I might actually be short a couple of purple candles, but I'm going to do the math to find out. So, 9 and 2 brings me up to 61. 2 and 6 brings me up to 81. And then 9 and 12 is 21. I think that's correct. Yep. 2,181 candles. So that's what 2,181 candles looks like. And on the other side, we've got 1,332 candles. And yes, I do know that that is actually one more than I have subscribers on YouTube. But clearly someone unsubscribed from me from YouTube since I account. So, so 1,332, 2,181. And there's a good chance that this purple side is still going to grow a little bit more. But if I push the YouTube channel a little bit more, especially when Season 3 of SBK starts, we might be able to get this red side finished. Because once this number here matches this number here, I stop. So you can have a look at that purple there. That will eventually be the same on the red side as well. So it's crazy. That's so cool. A lot of wax. Actually, no, I'm not exhausted because that's only what, like, so what, 3,000? That's only just over 3,000 candles. That's only just over. That's baby stuff. That's baby stuff. Does it have an effect on the map? We'll find out. It does. Look at that. Look at the red. It gets the purple. Yeah. But yeah, this is baby stuff compared to 30,000 candles. That is why I say, oh, can I land on you? Oh, I lagged. Okay. Yeah. 30,000 candles. So yeah, that's baby stuff compared to 3,000. I think I have it easy. Yeah. Yeah. 30,000 compared to 30,000. That's the reason I built the bee farm. This is the reason I built the bee farm, and also the spider string farm. Like that thing there, and that's why I was like, oh, I can do candles for the thing. That's really easy compared to the big one that I did. Okay, let's fix up this flint and steel. Oh, I'll do a free count to test there. Check there. Did I leave a column of green stuff over here? No, I took down the little moss column. And that's his wallet buying £30,000 of candles at Bath and Body Works. That's a lot of do re mi. Do dear. Actually, I was my cousin has got two young kids. One is I think about 8 and one is about 4. Anyway, so when we were going over to Australia, my dad picked up tin whistles for them. And the little girl, she was so excited. The little boy was excited too, but like he's too young to be actually playing the instrument properly. He could blow into it and make a sound, but yeah. The little girl, she's just old enough that she could just about cover the holes with her fingers. So what we did is I taught her how to play a simple version of Hot Cross Buns. She was so excited to be able to play it. And then not only did we do that, we also... Oh, I meant to actually turn that into a big thing. I spent a bit of time teaching her a way to write it down so that she would be able to remember it. So... so we found a way to actually properly remind her how it works. So like a nice easy way to remember notes in a tin whistle is to draw a rectangle with 6 holes, and then you fill in the holes which you get covered. So yeah, my dad he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get them tin whistles. And I'm like, okay, well, my cousin's gonna love you for that. Yeah. No, actually, she was doing pretty good. She was getting pretty consistent with actually making a good sound. Like she was actually able to play the tune. And we did work a little bit on blowing into it to make sure that it wasn't squeaking all the time. So she was very excited to be able to do that. Thrilled. But I realized later that I had taught them the basic version of Hot Cross Buns. So there's the one which you learn on the tin whistler, the recorder, which goes like do 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 do. So mi re do 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 mi. Sorry, do 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 re mi re do. So that's the basic one that you can do on the tin whistle. But then I realized, actually, hang on a second. Hot Cross Buns doesn't sound like that. Hot Cross Buns goes like so do so do. So fa mi fa so do. And I realized, so that basic Hot Cross Buns that kids learn on the tin whistle is technically not Hot Cross Buns. It didn't help with the teaching them a song as well. At least it's something that's not awful sounding, and she knows that she can get a good sound out of it. So when she squeaks, they'll be like, "Oh, she's a little girl who wants to show that she can do the thing correctly, rather than making the squeaks." Which is cute. It's adorable. Okay, right. Our next step is to figure out our storage system issues. Okay. All right. So, since we want a chest which is going to cover carpet and cushions, I don't think it's a good idea to put it in with the moss, because cushions don't go with moss. Okay, let's go back and have a look and see how I have organized these chests. Oh, actually, we can check these ones as well, because these have got some. I don't think we'll have space, but it's not a bad idea to check. Okay, this one is somewhat miscellaneous. That's kind of like a miscellaneous one. I could move these over. Do I have these named? I should name those. Oh, those are for the like the creeper head and stuff. So a couple of heads I don't have. That's not going to be a good chest. Could move those. That could easily be added into the nether chest. Where do I have netherrack? Okay, I've got netherrack over here. It would be nice if I could make one of these. So that's a colorful chest. I'd like to keep that there. I was considering moving the lighting chest, because if I move the lighting chest to another location, that would work, and then I could keep the colors stuff all together. Okay, we were going to move these into the gravel chest. Okay, let's go grab ourselves a bunch of shears. Iron blaze. So, there are a couple of rules to organizing the storage here. So when I am using these, I have to basically, so I need 16 shears. So let's do that first. Okay, move you there, not there. Then I just need 4 more. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So, I have to be very careful with how I do these. Wait, you're going to switch out the shears in the gravel box. So, so I have to... The only way that to make sure that I don't mess up the circuit here, I have to do this. I basically replace a block with shears. Like this. It would be amazing if I could just steal the shears out of the gravel blocks, but that would cause an update, which would then cause issues. So, yeah, I have to basically use new shears, and I will get rid of the old shears in the other one. Yeah, this redstone contraption it's quite a fussy one. It's a very fussy one. Nowadays, you don't even need something like this because you can just use the... well, these days you can just use the copper golems. But I love this system. I worked really hard on building this into the world. So I could switch it out for a golem system, but not anytime soon. It's convenient, it works. It's just as fast as golems, I think. So it's not really worth my while changing it out. I might do golem system in season 3 actually. But I also find just doing manual storage or manual sorting in Skyblock Kingdoms, it works for me. Because I actually haven't done an auto storage in Skyblock Kingdoms before. Season 1, it didn't make sense because Season 1, we thought we were only going to be going for about 3 months. And then it got extended and extended. So by that stage, we'd established, Acorn and I had already established our house and stuff. So we were like, okay, we got a storage system. But I think I'll have a look and see how simple it is to do the copper golem storage, because that's something that I haven't done before. And yeah, like it might be worth doing it. I don't mind doing manual storage, and I enjoy doing it in Season 2. But also just like the way that we set up the storage system worked well for manual storage. Okay. Right, so we have sorted out the concrete, because there's now space in the concrete chest for all the new blocks that are coming in. Okay. Right, wool. This is the one that is tricky. So candles. Ooh, actually. Could I just move candles into the lighting chest? I need 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I rearranged the chest a little bit, I could probably make it work. Yes, I think I know what I can do. Okay, I'm gonna need... Actually, might as well grab these shears. Use them for something. Okay, so I think the easiest thing will actually be moving these candles into the lighting chest. And then I can convert this chest into a secondary wool chest, the cushion chest. So we'll have a secondary wool chest. Okay, let's do that. Right, so so what I want to do is I'm going to do this. So I think the easiest thing is actually just to take out the lanterns so I can rearrange them in the way that I want them. Okay, so copper. All right, we're going to do these ones up here first. So we're going to do the normal ones, the non-waxed here. Then waxed here. Okay, and then we can place all the candles on the bottom here. Let me just make sure I've got enough. I'm going to need one more set of shears because we have a neutral candle as well. Okay, so neutral, and then do these. Much organization, much satisfaction. After I've done this, I'm going to have to actually go through the storage and move the candles into the correct chests now. White. Whew. Meditation. Candle meditations. Okay, we have got our items reorganized. I am going to take this candle here out because that's no longer going to be there. That's going to be a wool thing. And then we actually need to throw stuff back into the system to get it organized, don't we? Oh, just remembered that is... Okay, right. Now I need to move these. Can I just throw them in the chest? Yes, I can. Okay, so they're moved. And then it's concrete that needs to be moved. Okay. Ironically, it seems to be all powder in here. I just basically turned my concrete chest into empty. Oh, that's funny. Oh, not the moss. Alright, that's all the concrete I have. Falling blocks go brrrr. Carpets as well, keep them with the cushions. It probably does make more sense to do carpets and cushions together and then do the stairs and slabs in the... Yeah, we've got time. We could do that. Let's do that. We'll move the carpets. I still have those. It has not been long enough to do this. This sorting system is cool and all, but I hate the blocks in the final chest not being organized. I could never use it. The nice thing is that, like, pretty much nothing, nearly everything gets organized. The only things that don't get organized are non-stackables. And then I can put them into shulker boxes myself. I think that is probably the one thing that would make me consider doing copper golem storage, because copper golem storage allows you to sort out stackable items. Okay. Yeah, let's move the carpet. We'll move the carpet over here. And that way, this will be proper, like, wool block storage. And that'll just be a little bit more satisfying. Yeah. But the colors in their final destination chest aren't neatly organized by color spectrum. Oh, that's true, yeah. You don't get that. Yeah, I would... How organized do I get when I'm doing my... Actually, no, I don't think I was that organized when I did the manual storage in SBK. I think as long as it was in the chest, it was reasonably okay. It is nice and satisfying to have it in order as well, though. It is quite satisfying to have that. I actually, the reason why I'm not talking while doing this is because I'm being very careful that I don't accidentally place this in the wrong location or mess up a shears. Cool, done. Right, now we can actually get rid of these shears. So that was really quick. Actually, I think I could just use a... We could just use a carpet. We need to move the carpets. So let's move the carpets, and then I'll grab a carpet to just, like, indicate what's in that chest. And the only automated system I've seen that maybe could work for me is maybe Ethos shulker loader storage. That is a pretty cool one. Okay. That's not going to work. Oh, I need a string. Give me some string. I'm still getting a little bit of lag around here. String. I thought I'd string. Here it is. Yeah, Ethos got an interest, has taken interesting routes with storage over the years. I think I saw his huge one that he did in his end dimension in the single player as well. I haven't been keeping up with that. I did see a bit of that a while back ago, and like it was so crazy big. What is? Come on. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting occasional lag spikes. I'm going to check and see if there's a... Maybe we've got issues over at the Iron Farm, since that is... But for decentralized manual storage... Yeah. We're having issues here? That's fine. That's also fine. Okay, we don't have items just sitting around. For decentralized manual storage, stone gets a whole pretty quarry built for it, ores get a cool mine entrance, etc. I need excuses for all the cute builds to exist, but not just empty shells. Exactly! Look, it's good to give purpose to the builds. This isn't active, so this isn't causing issues. Well, that's been very... I think we've actually managed to get everything done an hour early. Yeah. So, well, we can go have a look at some of the other projects we've been working on, I suppose. There's plenty of things to do still in this world. That's keep me busy. All right. Well, let me put this carpet away. Yeah, carpets is away. Let me have a look and see how much terracotta and clay we've got available to us. Maybe we might do a bit of farming on that if we're low. I haven't been over here in a bit. Okay, so it's quite a bit of terracotta. Little bit there. Okay, so we're probably going to need more. I'll be back in just a second. Okay. Okay, gonna just organize these chests a little bit so I can see what I have available to me. Put the wood in here. I'll do you in there. Okay, and okay, let's see. Grey terracotta. So we've got 7 and a bit stacks of just plain terracotta. Yeah, I think let's do a bit of farming and chatting. So, because we're going to need, oh, there's a bit more terracotta there. Yeah. Because I want to build more of these houses. Also, need to figure out the interiors here as well. So we're going to have to get a zombie over here to zombify villagers occasionally. Yee, what's for dinner? Hope it's a nice dinner. Okay. You're currently eating it. Very nice. Steak and ramen. Ooh. Oh, I had teppanyaki yesterday. I think it was teppanyaki. It's teriyaki over duck. And that teppanyaki is the one that's like in that hot sizzling dish. Really, really good. We went out to a nice little local Japanese place. And it was really nice. That was kind of like a little birthday dinner for me. Okay, let's spend a bit of time just converting all this into dirt. Oh, okay. Don't go too fast because it's otherwise it'll break too quickly. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I brought it up earlier, but I don't think we ended up talking about it in the end. Did anyone else watch the Avatar Aang movie? I think Viking has to use a stone or iron shovel for his dirt converter. I think if you want to Yeah, it does work. You could do. I think a stone or an iron one means you could just like hold down right click and left click and not have to. Like I'm having to tap. Um, I'm having to tap. The left click button would be too slow otherwise, too fast otherwise. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else watched the Avatar Aang movie. It is beautiful. We gotta run. I hope therapy goes well to you for Miss Murray. We'll catch you soon. Thanks for popping by today. But yeah, yeah, the Avatar Aang movie. It was beautiful. They did a really good job at making it look really pretty. Stuffed Bee is watching. Hi, Stuffed Bee. So is actually, you know, while we're doing this, we just chat here. That way you can see my stuffed axolotls and the dolphin there. Ooh. Yeah. I has bat plushie. Yee. Maybe I have to get some more plushies when I move. Or at least put more plushies on display. I literally squeezed them into the bookshelf there on top of the things, the folders full of music and stuff. I'll be able to get a better view of some of the things that I have. It's not just a Minecraft bat plush. It's not a Minecraft bat plush, just a bat. Got it in my local zoo. Yee! That's cool though. Oh, we picked up a little cute book for my nephew. He's in love. My nephews love their alphabet, so we ended up picking up an animal book, which in Australia, which did all the animals. Did the alphabet using Australian animals. So I'd say he's absolutely loving it. So anyway, I'm guessing no one's watched the Avatar Aang movie. If you haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original series, you should definitely go watch that if you haven't. It is epic. Truly epic. And convert you guys. I want to just haven't got round to watching new movie. Yeah. It's fine. It's worth watching, I think. I think it is actually worth watching. It's actually, you know what? I think probably could have benefited from. It could have benefited from being a series. I think that was the thing that I felt was. I think that's just my feeling on it is that Avatar Aang the movie, if it was a series, like another season of The Last Airbender, obviously it's later with them all as adults, I think it would have gone better. I think it would have been better. It was cool to watch all of them as adults rather than kids now, and all the stuff that where they were now in their lives and stuff. But like, there's always so much that you can actually see. There's only so much story that you can tell in, say, what, 90 minutes, I think it was? I can't remember how long the movie was. It kind of makes you, like, that was, I was watching a video talking about the live action show and pointing out the issues with it, and saying that one of the biggest things that was an issue was that time management, because each episode is what, 50 minutes, and then you compare it with the animated series where each episode was about 20 minutes. But those 20 minutes, they managed to do far more in those 20 minutes than it felt like they could get done in the Netflix episodes. So, like, pacing. Lynn, how's it going? We are making dirt. I'm still getting occasional lag spikes, so I'm not quite sure what's called. I'm gonna have to see what is causing that. Oh, I wonder if it's because it's trying to get me to get the Sulphur Island. So, in the Skyblock Infinite data pack, the way it works is it will be occasionally checking to see whether there is a new biome loaded. I think, I'm not sure. There's definitely commands running in the background occasionally, to try and determine if a new island needs to be generated or not. So I wonder if that might be it. It shouldn't be, though. I think you have to load... I'm pretty sure that should only happen when you're loading in new chunks, though. Look how big that... Oh my word, look at that. You zoom out of this world and it just looks like... trial chambers everywhere. That's kind of insane. Oh, sorry. I have my salt. Let me show you then, because I was in small screen right there. Have a look at that. Like, all that potential copper. Okay. I think I'm still suffering a little bit from the jet lag. Just a tiny bit. I haven't quite got my circadian rhythm back to normal yet. In that, I'm still waking up too early. I'm still feeling like I need to go to bed earlier. Yay! Joys of traveling long distances. What's kind of crazy is these days, if you wanted to, you could take an almost direct flight. You could take a direct flight from London to Australia. So I could take a short flight to London and then get a flight to Australia direct. And to think of just like how long that flight is kind of crazy. I've done a flight to South America. Flight to South America, 14 hours. Longest flight I've ever done. And just like the idea of doing direct from London to Australia, just like it's like kind of crazy that we have planes that are capable of doing that now. I only managed to eat the steak slices. I had a cavity fill today and my jaw still hurts. The ramen was so soft. If it makes sense, while chewing on the steak slices helps lift the pain a little bit. I hope it's okay. The joys of good dental hygiene and stuff like that. The dentist stuff. But, it'll be good for you in the end, I suppose. Like it's a. I missed one. Okay. The dub accent came out there. I know. Oh, that's probably not quite dub now, is it? Oh, it's probably because I'm tired. How are you doing, Jace? Now there's a dub accent for you now, isn't it? Like those loud ones at the back of the bus. Ah, Jesus, Mary. How he is doing? Oh, yeah. You know yourself now, you're grand. Ah, yeah. And how's Joe doing now? Is Joe doing okay? I have to be careful when I do that thick Dublin accent, because if I do a thick Dublin accent, it can occasionally slip into country accent. And the back bottom tooth, so it's on the jaw that moves. Oh, right, so yeah. I am curious how people from abroad, from not Ireland, would hear that accent and be like, what on earth is that sound? He's kicking the bucket, but he's stubborn donkey. Also, that thick Dublin accent is not my native accent. There are several accents in Dublin. So mine would be the more, maybe slightly posher. It's just southern to you. I know, I'm a bit more posh than the a little bit posher dub than the other end, the less posh end. As we like to sometimes call them here, the Howies. They say, Howie is darling. Kick out of the culture. I want to hear it as a culture Irish. And that should be telling now. That should be telling. Don't you know? That should be the accent that Ren Dog was trying to do. I'm failing miserably at. Oh god. Also, Countess Cookie GG's in the 85 stream streak. Also, I miss Lynn. Lynn got a 135 stream streak. Holy bejeebus. In all fairness, the southern accent comes from the people who initially settled here. And the people who moved from north down picked up on how Irish and Scottish people who settled there and just kind of stuck with it. So, the thing is, Irish, like, accent-wise, we think about accents as if they're closely the same as like they were 100 years ago. I'd say they probably changed a little bit. And the way I look at it is like, think about Australian accent. Who are the biggest groups that ended up in Australia as colonizers? Lots of Irish, lots of Scots. They don't really sound Irish or Scots. So they've clearly picked up something else. There's definitely something else going on there. Rendell's accents are hilarious. Absolutely. So, like, people will say, oh, well, now the accent that's used in the southern parts of the US is like more of an original. That's like the original accent that was used for English language. It's like, probably not. It probably is modified a bit and changed. Like, you have to remember, the southern US has got other influences. It's got Spanish influences. It's got influences from French. So it's got a bunch of different things going on. Stereotypical accent of the British is actually one they made. If you come over to where the 13 colonies used to be, we have the original English accent. That's what they say. Probably not. Like they say that West Brit. Like if you go down the West Country now, if you go down like Dorset and Devon and that part of England, like southwest England, they say, oh well, that's now a bit more like the original accent that you should have for English. And maybe it is. Maybe there's something to be said there, like southwest England now. That should be that could be a bit more original. But it's countryman Cork accent probably confuses a lot of people. Oh, true, yeah. I don't, if you can understand those two boys now from Skibbereen. You're doing great now, dear lads. But I think when people say that, like, oh well, no, this is like the original English accent, I say no. I think accents change enough over a century, even if it's just a little bit, to be able to make them change enough that it's a different thing. Like, as I say, the Aussie accent. Most of Australia has a very similar accent. There's more country accent and then there's more city accent. Generally happens. The city accents generally tend to be a little bit softer. That just seems to go across the board. The more populated an area is, the more generic the accent is. But if you go more country, it's a lot stronger generally. But like, you sit down, you compare an Aussie accent to the accents that are used in Ireland and the UK, and you realise, where did that come from? Like, it is quite different. It's evolved differently. But Australia has only been colonised in numbers since the mid-19th century. So, yeah, when you think about it, the biggest number, like, okay, maybe you could say 2 centuries, but yeah, it's not a long time. So I think accents change enough, particularly like in the 18th century when a German royalty took over. Accent did change a little bit thanks to the royal household, I think. Okay, I am just going to finish up this last stack, and then I think I'm going to finish up the stream tonight. Oh, I just realized this is actually... Oh well, like I need to have a look at my vertical stream, vertical stream again. Get it properly set up. I think. I just feel like well, I have a vertical stream layout, but it's not great at the moment. Look at this lag spikes. Look, hearing all the different types of accents, especially how an accent can change if it's not their native language. I caught a video there today of an Irish game show called On Desh. Or Dice. No, Dice, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. And it was a video that was of a guy who was going on the show. So basically he did a video for his YouTube channel about going on the show. But he's American. But he's an American who speaks Irish. Irish Gaelic. And he talked about the story about like where he met up with his Donegal friend, and then they went over to film the show, and listening to him was like, wow, you have full-on embraced Donegal Irish. His accent in the language was so strong. Like he was phenomenal pronunciation. I was like, wow, you actually sound like you could be from Donegal. The only times it didn't sound like you were from Donegal was when you had to use a loan word from English. So like where he might not remember a word in Irish, so he'd use another word in English, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden Boston comes out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna finish up here today. So Dunanal Tier Chonel. Tier Chonel, Tier Own. No, Tier Chonel is it. I suppose that's one particular section. Twixie, you're very welcome. Okay, do stick around because we are going to do a raid. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to see if someone is online for a redirect on Twitch, on YouTube. Okay, Viking should be going live on YouTube shortly. So I'm just going to send YouTube over to Viking. So YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out today. If you popped in, if you're watching back the VOD, hope you gave the stream a thumbs up. We will be back on... Well, I'm not sure if I'll be back on Wednesday because I do... I have, what you call it on Wednesday. I do Among Us on Wednesdays and I don't stream Among Us to YouTube. But we might be back on Wednesday on YouTube. But there will be a video coming out this weekend. So this Saturday, hold me to it. Video coming out on Saturday. Okay, gonna send goodbye YouTube. See you later YouTube. Twitch, stick around. We're gonna do our bit in a bit. Goodbye YouTube. Bye. Okay, right.